Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel learning platform. In this video we will see 100 computer network important question answer. Question 1. What is an internet? Answer. Applications are accessed by anyone from any location using the web. Question 2. What is a network? Answer. A network is a set of devices connected to each other using a physical transmission medium. Question 3. What are the criteria necessary for an effective and efficient network? Answer. Performance. It can be measured in many ways, including transmit time and response time. Reliability. It is measured by frequency of failure, the time it takes a link to recover from a failure, and the network's robustness. Security. Security issues include protecting data from unauthorized access and viruses. Question 4. Name the factors that affect the performance of the network. Answer. The factors that affect the performance of the network include number of users, type of transmission medium, hardware, and software. Question 5. How the computers in network are connected. Answer. The computers in the network are connected together through communication media. The communication media can be a physical cable or a wireless connection. Question 6. List some benefits of computer networks. Answer. Information and resource sharing. Data and information can be shared among different users. Money saving. People can save a lot of money by using the same software over a network instead of purchasing separate copy of the software for each user. Easy communication. A person can communicate with different people very easily using a large network like Intranet. Question 7. What is link? Answer. A link refers to the connectivity between two devices. It includes the type of cables and protocols used in order for one device to be able to communicate with other. Question 8. What is node? Answer. A node is a point or joint where a connection takes place. It can be computer or device that is part of a network. Two or more nodes are needed in order to form a network connection. Question 9. What are the elements of data communication? Answer. Data communication elements are 1. Sender 2. Receiver 3. Transmission medium 4. Message 5. Protocol. Question 10. What is sender? Answer. The sender is the device that sends the data message. It can be a computer, telephone handset, video camera, and so on. Question 11. What is receiver? Answer. The receiver is the device that receives the message. It can be computer, telephone handset, television, and so on. Question 12. What is multiplexing? Answer. Multiplexing in data communications is a method that combines multiple signals or data streams into one signal over a shared medium. Question 13. What is message? Answer. The message is the information, data, to be communicated. Information includes texts, numbers, pictures, audios, and videos. Question 14. Differentiate between sender and receiver. Answer. Sender is a device that sends the data message. It is also called source. Sender is normally a computer. Receiver is a device that receives message. It can be computer, printer, or another computer-related device. The receiver must be capable of accepting the message. Question 15. What are the possible ways of data exchange? Answer. There are 3 ways: Simplex, Half-Duplex, and Full-Duplex. Question 16. What is Simplex? Answer. It is the mode of communication between two devices in which flow of data is unidirectional. Question 17. What is Half-Duplex? Answer. It is the mode of communication between two devices in which flow of data is bidirectional but not at the same time. It means each station can transmit and receive but not at the same time. Question 18. What is Full-Duplex? Answer. It is the mode of communication between two devices in which flow of data is bidirectional and it occurs simultaneously. Question 19. Compare Simplex and Half-Duplex mode. Answer. In Simplex mode, data can flow only in one direction. Radio and television broadcasting are the examples of this mode. In Half-Duplex mode, data can flow in both directions but not at the same time. Question 20. How many types of computer networks are available? Answer. There are 3 types of computer networks. These include local area network, metropolitan area network, and wide area network. Question 21. What is LAN, local area networks? Answer. LANs are privately owned networks within a single building or campus of up to few kilometers in size. LANs are distinguished based on their size, their transmission technology, and their topology. It is restricted in size. Question 22. List some uses of LAN. Answer. 1. One copy of a software can be shared by all users in a LAN. 2. System resources like printers can be shared between several people in the network. 3. It is easy to manage the data stored on a centralized computer in the network. 4. The data is more secure from being copied or destroyed. 5. Data can be shared by all users using that network. Question 23. What is MAN, Metropolitan Area Network? Answer. MAN is basically a bigger version of a LAN. It might cover a group of nearby offices, maybe either private or public. A MAN just has one or more cables and does not have any switching elements. Question 24. What is WAN, Wide Area Network? Answer. WAN spans a large geographical area, often a country or continent. It contains collection of machines for running user applications, called hosts or end user. The hosts are connected by communication subnet. The subnet carries message from host to host. Question 25. Write the most distinctive difference between LAN from WAN. Answer. The most distinctive difference is the distance that is spanned by the network. Question 26. Compare LAN and WAN transmission speeds. Answer. LAN transmission speeds are typically 10 megabits per second to 1000 megabits per second. In contrast, most WAN communication links operate from 56 kbps to a few megabits per second. Question 27. How are WANs different from MANs and LANs? Answer. WAN is one of the oldest kinds of data communication networks. WAN typically covers a wide geographical area. It interconnects networks located at geographically distributed sites. Its transmission speed is lower than those for LANs and MANs. Question 28. Do LANs use the same types of communications channels as WANs? Answer. No, LANs and WANs use different communication channels. LANs usually do not use public access networks or satellite transmissions. They primarily use physical media or wiring. WANs use public access networks and satellite to address the large distances across which they send signals. Question 29. Differentiate among LAN, MAN, and WAN. Answer. LANs use direct cabling, wireless radio or infrared signals to connect computers in a small area. MANs use high-speed fiber optic lines to connect computers located at various places in a major urban region. WANs use long-distance transmission media such as phone lines, microwave or satellites. Question 30. Which topology uses a centralized device for connectivity? Answer. Star topology uses a centralized device for connectivity. Question 31. What is a network topology? Answer. Network topology is a physical layout of the computer network and it defines how the computers, devices, cables etc. are connected to each other. Question 32. Write any three types of network topology. Answer. Three types of network topology are bus topology, ring topology, and star topology. Question 33. What is the simplest network topology? Answer. Bus topology is the simplest type of network topology. Question 34. What is bus topology? Answer. In bus topology, all the devices of the network are connected to a common cable. Question 35. What is one main advantage of bus topology? Answer. It can be easily installed. Question 36. What is disadvantage of bus topology? Answer. Disadvantages of bus topology. 1. Difficult reconnection. 2. Addition of new devices requires modification or replacement of the backbone. Question 37. What is star topology? Answer. In this all computers are connected using a central hub. Question 38. What are advantages of star topology? Answer. Advantages of star topology. 1. It can be expansive. 2. Easy to install and reconfigure. 3. It is robustness. It means, if one link fail, only link is affected, other remains active. Question 39. What is the major disadvantage of star topology? Answer. One major disadvantage of star topology is that once the central hub or switch get damaged, the entire network becomes unusable. Question 40. How does star topology work? Answer. All computers in star topology are connected with central device called hub. The sending computer sends the data to hub. The hub sends data to the receiving computer. Each computer communicates with a central hub. If hub fails, the whole network becomes useless. Question 41. Differentiate between a bus topology and a star topology. Answer. A star topology includes a central device called hub to connect all computers together. It is more expensive to implement than bus topology. A star topology generally requires more cable. A failure in star network cable does not affect the entire LAN. Question 42. What happens if the backbone cable fails in bus topology? Answer. The network in bus topology becomes inaccessible if the backbone cable fails. Question 43. What is ring topology? Answer. In this all computers are connected in loop. Question 44. What are advantages of ring topology? Answer. Advantages of ring topology. 1. Easy to install and reconfiguration. 2. To add or delete a device requires changing only 2 connections. The only constraints are media and traffic. Question 45. What are disadvantages ring topology? Answer. Disadvantages of ring topology. 1. It is unidirectional. 2. A break in a ring can disable the entire network. Question 46. Differentiate between bus topology and ring topology. Answer. In a ring network topology, all computers are connected to a ring. In a bus network topology, all computers are connected to a communication medium called bus. Ring topology is difficult to troubleshoot than bus topology. The speed of ring topology is higher than bus topology. Question 47. What happens if a bus topology has too many computers? Answer. Bus topology typically supports a small number of computers. The network of bus topology becomes slower if it has too many computers in it. Question 48. Which topologies are combined to make a tree topology? Answer. The bus topology and star topology are combined together to make a tree topology. The bus topology works as the backbone of the network. The computer and star topology connect to the bus. Question 49. What is mesh network? Answer. A network in which there are multiple network links between computers to provide multiple paths for data travel. Question 50. What is major advantage of mesh technology? Answer. One major advantage of mesh technology is that data will always be delivered. Question 51. What are disadvantages of mesh topology? Answer. Disadvantages of mesh technology. 1. Require lots of cable. 2. Hard to set up. Question 52. Which topology physically connects each device to other devices? Answer. The mesh topology physically connects each device to other device in the network. Question 53. How are devices typically connected to hub in star topology? Answer. The devices are typically connected to the hub with unshielded twisted pair, UTP, in star topology. Question 54. Why star topology is the best LAN topology? Answer. Star topology is the best LAN topology. Scalability and reliability of star topology make it the best topology than others. It is easy to remove or add a device in this topology. It is easier to troubleshoot than other topologies. Question 55. What is network standard? Answer. Network standards define how the devices in a network connect, such as the types of cables or wireless technology used and the speed used on different types of networks. They also define how the devices communicate, such as the communications protocols used. Question 56. What is modem? Answer. The word modem stands for modulator-demodulator. Modems convert digital and analog signals. Question 57. What is modulation? Answer. It converts digital information to analog signal is called modulation. Question 58. What is demodulation? Answer. Analog signal back into useful digital information is called demodulation. Question 59. Define downstream rate and upstream rate. Answer. The rate of receiving data is called downstream rate and the rate of sending data is called upstream rate. Question 60. What are the types of connecting devices? Answer. There are 5 types of connecting device. 1. Repeaters. 2. Hubs. 3. Bridges. 4. Routers. 5. Switches. Question 61. What is router? Answer. Router is a network device that connects 2 or more networks. The router is used to transfer information from the source to the destination. Routers are located at gateway and forward data packets. Question 62. What is repeater? Answer. It is also called regenerator. It is an electronic device that operates only at physical layer. It receives the signal in the network before it becomes weak, regenerates the original bit pattern and puts the refreshed copy back into the link. Question 63. What is hub? Answer. Hubs are devices used to link several computers together. It works on physical layer of OSI model. Question 64. What is switch? Answer. Switch is a device in a network which forwards packets in a network. Question 65. What is gateway? Answer. A gateway is a software or hardware that is used to connect the local area network with the Internet. A gateway is a network entrance point, and a router usually works as a gateway. Question 66. What is the difference between hub and switch? Answer. Hub broadcasts all messages to every computer on the network, but only the intended recipient computer takes the message. Network switch is more intelligent device than hub. The switch improves the efficiency of the data transfer in the network. It receives a message from any device connected to it and then transmits the message only to that device for which the message was meant. Question 67. What is communications channel? Answer. The path through which data is transmitted from one place to another is called communications channel. It is also known as communication media or transmission media. Question 68. What is bandwidth? Answer. Every line has an upper limit and a lower limit on the frequency of signals it can carry. This limited range is called the bandwidth. Question 69. What is bit rate? Answer. A bit rate is the number of bits transmitted for 1 second. Question 70. What is baud rate? Answer. Baud rate refers to the number of signal units per second that are required to represent those bits. Question 71. Distinguish between the bit rate and the baud rate. Answer. The bit rate is the rate at which data is transmitted. The baud rate is the number of clock cycles that a transmission system uses per second. Question 72. What are types of transmission media? Answer. Transmission media are two types. 1. Guided transmission media. 2. Unguided transmission media. Question 73. What is difference between guided and unguided transmission media? Answer. The guided transmission media are used to connect communication devices directly with each other using different types of cables. Coaxial cable and fiber optics are examples of guided media. The unguided media are used to connect communication devices through air or space using broadcast radio signal, etc. Satellite is an example of unguided media. Question 74. Name some guided media. Answer. The guided media include twisted pair, coaxial cable, and fiber optics. Question 75. What are the varieties of twisted pair cable? Answer. Twisted pair cable comes in two varieties. 1. Unshielded twisted pair. 2. Shielded twisted pair. Question 76. What is use of unshielded twisted pair? Answer. It is the most popular and is generally the best option for school networks. Question 77. What is shielded twisted pair? Answer. It is suitable for environments with electrical interference. However, the extra shielding can make the cables quite bulky. It is often used on networks using token ring topology. Question 78. What is coaxial cable? Answer. Coaxial cabling has a single copper conductor at its center. A plastic layer provides insulation between the center conductor and a braided metal shield. The metal shield helps to block any outside interference from fluorescent light, motors, and other computers. Outer shield provided the ground. Question 79. What is an optical fiber? Answer. It is a method of transmitting of information from one place to another by sending light through an optical fiber. Question 80. Write 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages of fiber optic cable. Answer. The advantages are that it provides faster data transmission and better security for signal during transmission. The disadvantages are that it is difficult to install and very costly. Question 81. Name the factors that affect the performance of the network. Answer. Factors that affect performance of the network are 1. Number of users. 2. Type of transmission medium. 3. Hardware. 4. Software. Question 82. What is antivirus? Answer. Antivirus is a software that protects a computer from any malicious software, virus, spyware, or adware. Question 83. What is data transfer rate? Answer. The speed with which data is moved from one place on a network to another. Question 84. What is an IP address? Answer. IP address is the numeric identity of node and network. Question 85. What is an intranet? Answer. It allows limited access to users in the same organization. Question 86. What is an extranet? Answer. External users are allowed or provided with access to use the network application of the organization. Question 87. What is Telnet? Answer. Telnet is a program that allows users to remotely access the system or device in which it is running. Question 88. What is firewall? Answer. A firewall is usually a software program that installed on the network server. The purpose of the firewall is to protect the network resources from the unauthorized persons. Question 89. What is file server? Answer. A computer that stores and manages files for multiple users on a network. Question 90. What is web server? Answer. A computer dedicated to responding to requests from the browser client for web pages. Question 91. What is multicasting? Answer. If the message is sent to some subnet to other node, it is called multicasting. Question 92. What is decryption? Answer. Decryption is the process of converting back the encrypted data to its normal form. Question 93. What is TCP, Transmission Control Protocol? Answer. TCP software breaks messages into packets, hands them off to the IP software for delivery, and then orders and reassembles the packets at their destination. Question 94. What is FTP, File Transfer Protocol? Answer. FTP is used to exchange files on the Internet. Question 95. What is HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol? Answer. HTTP provides a set of rules to transfer files, videos, images over the World Wide Web. Question 96. What is HTTP's, Hypertext Transfer Protocol secure? Answer. HTTP's is used for secure communication over a computer network. HTTP's provides authentication of websites which prevents unwanted attacks. Question 97. What is SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol? Answer. SMTP is a protocol for sending email messages between servers. Question 98. What is POP3, Post Office Protocol 3? Answer. POP3 is used for receiving emails. It is a client-server protocol which holds the email. Once the email is downloaded from the server, POP3 deletes it from the server. Question 99. What is proxy server? Answer. It prevents the external users which are unauthorized to access the network. Question 100. What is an encryption? Answer. It is the process of converting the transmission data into another form that is not read by any other device than the intended receiver.